They can't stop you! They can't stop you!
Visit us online or at the ticket booth for any availability on future games. Be sure not to miss out on any upcoming Cavs games.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. So, we're still in the early days here of this season, but Doris, for teams getting a slow start, how worried should they be?
Well, wins and losses matter no matter when they happen, so obviously there's always a little concern. But some of this is about, do we have our full contingent of players? Is there anyone that's starting out coming off an off-season surgery? You have to figure out the context of the slow start in order to gauge how concerned you are.
And now the Lakers starting group. In it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Johnson in at the center position. Well, you may have heard MP just signed his first shoe deal. Certainly a big moment for him.
And teaming up with Jordan Brand, an incredible place to get your first shoe deal with. Congrats to MP. What an awesome achievement.
And so here's Cleveland, a tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. Inside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hunter with it. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. Pass to Allen. 5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Luka Doncic.
Well, give Darius Garland credit for looking to score. He forces the defense into action.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
LeBron with the bucket.
You see, there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Mitchell kicks to Garland. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. A three-pointer is right on target. Garland's got 5 points so far.
This is one of the game's better three-point shooters. Darius Garland in the house.
In the corner, it's James. Back to Johnson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk in just a bit. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thanks, David. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell from 17 feet out. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
See, what a good feel for what the defense is conceding. Donovan Mitchell very willing to get to that mid-range jumper.
Back to Johnson. Excellent D there from Allen. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. And then Johnson with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Hunter kicks to Mobley. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
In the corner, it's James. Back to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to James. 10 points for Johnson.
Well, that's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
Mobley inside. He's against Hachimura. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Reeves in the corner. Johnson outside. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Down low. And again, shot good from Johnson. 12 points for Johnson.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Back to LeBron. To the middle. Shot by Johnson, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 4. Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context. I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Max Strus has checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And the Lakers also making a switch. Connect, he's checked in for Hachimura. Garland finds Mitchell. Can they get it? Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 7.
Well, it's all about decision-making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Johnson, the pass to LeBron. Back to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the right side. Pass to Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
In the corner, it's James. Back to Johnson. Here's Reeves. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson attacking. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Mitchell outside. Allen, a screen on Reeves. Back to Allen. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Here is a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you are open, Darius Garland will find you.
Allen against Johnson. There's a good screen. Here he goes. Over to the wing. Here's Connect. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Lakers lead by 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Mitchell wide open. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. Connect sets a screen for Johnson. Out to Doncic. Now Johnson. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Can't hit that one. Mitchell outside. Lined up there for Allen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And Allen slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Back to Johnson. LeBron sets the screen for Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 22 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Back to Garland. To the inside, Allen. Off with the layup.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Johnson against Allen. LeBron sets the screen for Johnson. And the layup is good. And it's a 12-point Laker lead.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Doncic against Garland. Here's Allen. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Doncic against Garland. On the wing, Johnson. 24 points for him. The shot's good. 26 points for him.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
To the middle. And here's Strus for 3. The shot will not fall. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter. substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Dean Wade. Hunter comes in for Max Strus. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Johnson, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. James checked in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. Mobley is out there with Hunter. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Back to Johnson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. That's 28 points for Johnson.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just this ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Mitchell outside. Garland with the screen for Mitchell. They grab their own miss, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. Releases, and another basket for the Lakers.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Mitchell outside. The rebound by James. LeBron's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Doncic against Garland. Doncic with the steal. And here is Johnson. And so it's Los Angeles, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Shaq, you won this award your first week in the league.
And 19 times after that.
You know what, Shaq?
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Lakers. Thank you for being with us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Johnson is out there with Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. We thank you for the report.
Well, that's a highlight play from Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Lakers leading by 21. Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. Banked in off the glass. 34 points for Johnson.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
And I like that Mobley keeps his options open. He knows by making that pass, it could lead to something better.
On the wing, James. Covered by Hunter. James a screen on Allen. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Hunter no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Mitchell outside. James against Hunter. Here's Mobley. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Johnson. Allen's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 23. Johnson outside. Reeves in the corner. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Johnson against Allen. Pass to Mitchell. This one for three. Kept alive. Allen kicks to Mitchell. Back to Allen. The three from Garland. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Inside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Johnson's got 42 in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hunter, no one around him. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here's Johnson. Reeves outside. Hits it from three-point range. Reeves has got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Knocks it loose. Doncic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pass to Reeves. In the corner, it's James. Lakers passing it around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
LeBron James always surveying the floor. Few players in the history of the game have the court vision that LeBron has.
And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Kicks it out to James. Back to Johnson. Now here is Hachimura. 11 points in the game. That's good from Johnson on the assist by James.
Assisted by
Johnson's got 44.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Allen finds Mitchell, dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. In the corner, it's James. Back to Johnson. The jump hook. And he lays it up and in. Johnson's got 46 points.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Now Mitchell from the arc. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Johnson against Garland. Johnson, the pass to Doncic. And it drops once again. The bucket from Johnson. Johnson's got 48.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Back to Garland. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
To the paint. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Down low, here's Allen. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Mitchell outside. Hachimura against Mobley. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. And he can't stop the run as he misses. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. It puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got his third bucket of the night. The Cavaliers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. For three, Mitchell gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Cavs. Hachimura finds Johnson. Back to Hachimura. To the paint. Johnson, the pass to Hachimura. Off target with his three. The Cavaliers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Mobley misses. Los Angeles has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Reeves in the corner. Back to Johnson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Max Strus has checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Hunter. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Mitchell passes to Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Mobley a screen. Count that one.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Lakers shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Here's the three. A rebound by the Lakers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Over in the corner, Vincent. Back to Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Mitchell. Okoro passes to Strus. Can't get it to fall. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-7 run. Over in the corner, Vincent. Back to Johnson. Plays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 58.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Mitchell against Reeves. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
This is a move that Donovan Mitchell has made over and over again. Off the bounce, so tough.
And it's Hayes in the corner. Pass to Vincent. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Mobley. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Mitchell. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. And it's Garland in for Okoro. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. Vincent, the pass to Johnson. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchise.
And another one falls.
And his tear continues. Another 60-point game. I've never seen anything like this.
And now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row. Allen is out there with Hunter. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in a 2-guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Hayes the pass to Johnson. And there it is for him. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
To the wing right side. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Here's Garland. To the inside. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. On the wing, Milton. Back to Johnson. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, Max Strus developing the ability to play make for teammates. That's an on-time, on-target pass.
Over in the corner, Vincent. Back to Johnson. Lakers passing it around. Hayes dishes to Johnson. Hayes with the screen for Johnson. 5 on the clock. Over Hunter. The offensive rebound. Hayes. No good on the shot. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Strus finds Hunter. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Inside. And the shot is good from Johnson. 69 points for Johnson.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Stolen by Connect. Johnson with it. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you play the game at 8 o'clock at night. You leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
To the middle. Six on the shot clock. Hayes with the screen for Johnson. And got it! Another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
To the inside, looking to end the run, and it's Allen slamming it down.
One of Jared Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Down low. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
To the paint. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Right wing. Pass to Hayes. Allen against Johnson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here's Strus. Inside.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Johnson surveying the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And Doris, this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin, a little bit of a surprise in this particular way. They fired their coaching staff, bring in a new regime. And think about it, you fire that group after you've made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and yet you still opt to go in a different direction. So a lot of pressure on the staff coming in. Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive, really steady from the field.
Mobley outside. Now Garland. Mitchell outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Johnson.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And another one.
And he's been out of this world tonight. Unreal offensively.
The points just keep adding up. Close to the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. Allen kicks to Mitchell. There's the three. A rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Connect in the corner. Here's Johnson. Allen with the rebound. And here is Garland. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so superior to yours my entire career that you couldn't even hold a candle to me, Jalen.
Guys, if I may, just to put some perspective on this, there are only 525 athletes in the NBA at any given moment. And FIBA estimates there are 450 million basketball players worldwide.
Wow.
Which means you're in the top 99.9% of players by just being in the NBA alone, which that's a pretty impressive stat, Jalen.
Toby.
Yes?
Enough. Oh. You already won the lottery by marrying my sister. There's no need to suck up to Russell like this. It's unseemly.
I'm not sucking up. I want to make sure everyone feels like they have value, and I'm just following the data and seeing where the facts lead. You know what?
Shut it, Toby.
Okay.
Do keep your trash talk about the game. We're all competitors here, but there's no need to bring up family, friends, or physical attributes. In other words, show some class.
Jalen, you literally just brought up my wife.
Yes, Toby, but I did it with class. And besides, this is television, not basketball. Anything goes.
I can't believe you still have the energy to get all those shots up.